The lights are on, and they're shining brightly, literally and figuratively on this Saturday night. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the UNLV Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Big day in his last game, over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the stick.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Solid run on the last play, gives this offense another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes his shot. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
1852 soldier! 1852 soldier!
Quarterback may change this route.
89-19 fireball!
Gets the back moving.
Ready, go!
They'll go to the fullback. Push down for the tackle. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, move! Go!
Looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Got a little grass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after a good gain there. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the fullback. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The pull and pull with the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Creates a little space. They've got enough for the first down. They're in the red zone at the 20. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Ready, go!
They're going to ride this running back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
They're working that left side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like getting it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the first down. But now, puts me in a different situation. Fourth down. Do I want to go?
Here's a little room there. And it's a touchdown. Put 6 on the board.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. Fourth down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the UNLV Rebels offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw. It's Orji. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lyons. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Rebels are rolling down the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36.
Let it go!
They'll power it inside with the fullback.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
Let's go!
Good, solid tackle.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
It'll be third and long. Might be changing the route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. To the air, it's Orji. Bears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. A spectacular one-hand grab. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Thomas. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guy.
There he goes. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The option look. Now the pitch. Finding some room. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Might be calling a hot route. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a 1st down on every single play they run.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
To the ground with the back. Inside the 25. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dropping back, it's Orji. He's got him this time. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard.
Gain of 17.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the tailback. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's not going to make it to the 1st down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the 1st down anyway. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the back. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. They'll run the option. Keeps it on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Look out, he's got room across the 25. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. Now inside the 20. First and 10 from the 18. Pressure coming. Avoids the pressure and gets away. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down.
Hey, move. Where did he go?
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dumps it off in the flats. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Makes the grab. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On third down, he drops to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
On the run from inside zone 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Rebels getting set on first and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas. Could be an alley. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency. But either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for them, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. Fullback's got it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sticks it in his belly. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They were banking on... And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. To the air, it's Orji. Looking to scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
With the catch, it's Lions. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Touchdown Rebels. He got it. Beat down in bounds.
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets the back moving. Here comes the option. He'll keep it on second down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Gets it to the back. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on third.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll send the back in motion. There's a crease. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To give to the big fullback. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Wants to adjust the pattern. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Palmer. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Goes to the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Running inside. It's Thomas.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Right back to the well. Maybe a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing hit.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Give all the credit to the offensive line right there. Defense was playing a big zone coverage, and it's going to take these receivers time to find the open spot in the middle of the field. So the offensive line, especially the tackles on the outside, really good job giving the quarterback a place to step up into, hold the ball, and then find his open receiver to get a big first down.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went.
Touchdown, Rebels. top here in the fourth.
Touchdown.
And just like that, the game has completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete. He tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Just keep slinging it. Looking left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. Quarterback making adjustments. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got room at the 35. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Unloads it left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and his defense has set them up in scoring position.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
To the air, it's Orji. Here's the Heat. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to try to get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Takes it on the return. Like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's dragged down. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd. Bring in the Heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
All right, so they failed on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going with the counter play here. Maybe some room here. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Thomas. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Keep pounding away at this.